Hello, Internets. This is Patrick Watkins of PW Sounds, and this is our second installment of an in-home recording series for YouTube. Today we're talking about high-pass filtering, what that means real quick, and kind of giving you an example on how to do it and why to do it. Now, if you're not familiar, a filter is anything that's going to get rid of or filter out certain frequencies. It's like if you had one of those strainers that you were using, you're making a soup or you're straining pasta, you're trying to get rid of the water, but you want to keep the pasta, you're filtering out the water. That's essentially what we're doing here with a high-pass filter. And what high-pass means is we're going to let a certain level of high frequencies pass through so we can hear them, and we're going to cut a certain level of low frequencies so that we don't hear them or we don't hear them as much. And you have control to where and when that cutoff is going to start. And a good example as to why we want to do this, if you're in-home recording like myself, or you're recording in a dorm room, you're going to have a lot of room sounds when you're miking something up. You're trying to record your acoustic guitar, you're trying to record, your ukulele, whatever it is, and maybe you don't have a room that's treated. Maybe you have air conditioners or heaters that turn off and on, and you don't have control over those, but you're trying to get a nice demo down in your dorm room. Well, this is going to help with that. You're going to try to cut those low frequencies, those room noises, a lot of that air conditioner stuff that's going on, even in my recording right now, is a lot of low-end frequencies. And we want to get rid of that to make space and make headroom in your main output for the low frequency that you do want to hear. You want to hear that kick drum. You want to hear the energy in the snare drum. You want to hear your bass guitar or bass synth. And sometimes just all of that stuff, it might not be really loud in one track, but if you have that low frequency room sound built up in all these different tracks, or even if it's just an acoustic guitar that's too boomy, that's going to take up a lot of space and you'll have trouble not peaking out that master bus. So what I've got to show you here is a track that has a drum group going and two acoustic guitars. And what you're going to see is I've already started a really, really basic low-pass filter. Most EQs will have a button that'll just kind of engage this. Now, this is Logic, but there's an analyzer turned on in here too, and I want you to pay attention to the frequency spectrum that the analyzer is showing, just to kind of see how much low-end information is here within these acoustic guitars. One of these is panned to the left, and one of these is panned to the right. Now, if I take these off, you'll notice there's even a little bit more. It kind of boosts the low end. And all of this stuff that's going on here, all of this low frequency information that's going on is taking up space. And so I'm going to re-engage this low pass filter, and I'm actually going to make the cut a little harder. Here in Logic, I can determine how steep I want this slope to be. And I really want to cut hard and get rid of as much of this junk that I don't need. And a lot of it you're not even really going to hear, especially if you're just listening on earbuds or on your laptop speakers, or if you have some room noise going on, you're not going to hear some of this. But it's really going to help down the line create space and give more headroom as you're getting ready to mix. Again, a lot of this stuff is just getting everything ready and preparing your tracks for a proper mix. Now, you can even get really dramatic with this if you like. Not everything has to sound completely natural, depending upon what you're going for creatively with the track. And if you've got a lot of bass going on, you definitely don't need an acoustic guitar taking up that space. You can get really dramatic. Right now we're cutting from 80 hertz down. You could go even as far up to like 250 or more, whatever really kind of is going to suit your song. This can be done, and just kind of give you an idea of what that's going to sound like. Let's cut the drums out. take these high pass filters off. Now you'll notice that's pretty dramatic. I wouldn't always go that far, but you can see how much low energy is there once you take it away and you listen to it. And I'm telling you, once you start putting some of that other low frequency information in there, your bass guitars, your synths, maybe a piano, depending upon what you're using and what balance you're going for. Just the simple high pass filter at the start of your mix can really help you out before you get into anything really deep. Again, this is Patrick from PW Sounds. I really hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Find me on Twitter, and I'll be back again next week. All right, thanks so much.